What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to yet another episode of the Ignite Your Purpose Show podcast vlog, where we talk about health through longevity, right? It's that simple. We get down to it. We live, we love, we learn, we get better, we do better based on the long haul. It is that simple. We've been talking a lot. I've been mentioning a lot that I want to talk about that study that came out, 12% are only metabolically fit. That one's coming up. A little bit of research to be done on that one. So because there were some things I still don't fully understand, so I've had to dive in and understand, what the tests were and all that. Anyway, I've mentioned that before, so yada, yada. There was a Joe Rogan clip that I've seen. I've posted about it. And prior to that, or during that same time, I was at the gym working out, and a couple came in, females, beautiful women, both bigger girls. I'm not going to say they were obese by any means, but they were bigger, little roly-poly, beautiful women though, absolutely cool. And the one girl who wanted to come test CrossFit, wanted to start, a local lady, she was all in. Her partner had this magazine that had a very big woman on the cover. It's on the cover column, Cosmopolitan. As I said, I've put it on, check our social link, the clips there. Joe Rogan did a huge talk about it, or mentioned it, in one of his talks. And it got me to thinking, because what she said was, the one girl, like I said, that wanted to join was amped, was very positive, was very pumped. She wanted to do better for herself, all right? Simply, whatever that means in the end, I don't know. Does she lose a couple pounds? Maybe. Does she just get fitter and healthier? Hell yes. If she loses weight, it's a beautiful byproduct. Her lover, her partner, another sassy one. She was great, but completely did not believe in it, but was against really working out in general, definitely against the preconceived notion of what she thought CrossFit was. It was nothing but injuries. It was nothing but a cult and Kool-Aid drinkers. And I can get that. There's a lot of reports out there that say that, but injuries happen in everything. And if you're not doing something right, and if you're not coached right, that will happen. So as the consumer, we have to be very precise and knowledgeable of what we want from our workout regime, whether it's the coach, whether it's so you have to go in there knowing what you want, right? You have to do your research on the coach and what that gym practices. I look for gyms that are going to stretch a ton, are going to do mobility, are going to practice what they preach, as in teaching you correctly how to lift and all that jazz. Anyway, away from the point. The other lady has the magazine in her hand, is like, this is it. This is the newness. She basically said yes, that gyms will be obsolete. The healthy lifestyle will be obsolete because this is the new look. And it was this huge woman on the cover. Now, I'm Italian, man. I'm a male. I'm a hot-blooded male, and I love all women's race, color, creed, shape, size. I think the girl on the cover of that magazine is beautiful. Do I think she's a big girl? Yes, but she is absolutely gorgeous. So, not taking that away from her. But this lady actually thought that this was the answer, because this lady had made it onto the cover, and they're promoting that big is the new sexy, that CrossFits and gyms will be going out of business. Not just CrossFit, but all gyms. And I wanted to put this out there because if, again, we have the new generation coming up, or whatever age any of us are at coming up, and now thinking that, to be fat, and I don't want to say the word fat like derogatory, but to be big is healthy and it's the new thing. And we've been wrong all along by thinking that not being fat is unhealthy. Whereas you have to do some form of research. You have to know what that extra weight does to you. You have to know what's going on internally. You have to understand the food you must be eating and consuming to make your skin stretch and that lard, that fat come in. If you've ever seen liposuction and you see what's coming out of you, craziness, right? I think we all tend to, as humans, want to believe or suck in our radars to our inner truth. So if we are lazy and don't want to, and somebody says, hey man, if you're lazy and you don't want to do things, this will be the future. Or if if you're obsessive compulsive or you're control living, and something comes out and says, hey, controlling people are awesome, you tend to resonate with that, right? That negates the actual facts that are out there. And again, on this lovely thing called the interweb, there's going to be fors and there's going to be against. There's probably going to be reports out there claiming that, a little bit is a little bit of extra weight is good, which I tend to agree with. And then we have to get into the conversation of what is a little bit of extra weight. Is it half a pound? Is it 2 pounds? Is it 40 pounds? And I also agree with something Joe's also said, that I think that if you are, cutting weight, let's say you're a weightlifter and you're shredding to get into a competition, we all know that that's not healthy. That's been also proven that overly shredding and like dehydrating yourself so that you look like you have a 14 pack instead of a 2-pack or an 8-pack, you know what I mean? That is not good for the body as well. But back to the story at hand. If you actually think that the tides are turning and being obese, morbidly obese, or roly-poly is a good thing, I think us as a society really does have to start looking into studying. I mean, we got to know what's what. We got to look at the ancient cultures and go, man, it doesn't matter what continent we were on, what color they were, what background any of them were, there probably was very, very few obese people, very, very few fat people. And that goes back with the studies that show the obesity rates back in the 70s and 80s. And it shows money spent on, and I've talked about this before, on fast food and junk foods were still massive. Like, man, I can't believe the numbers that they were, but they are not even a fraction of what they are today. So does that obviously correlate? Does the fact that we have a society where, everything's here, it's on a phone now. We don't need to, even look for parking spots that are close to, we don't walk, lifestyle has changed. So we have to then, I think, fight harder to be healthy. You know what I mean? And coming from a place where, being my body type, I've always been skinny. But I know you can be skinny fat. I know you can be skinny unhealthy. And I was there. And from experience to where I'm at now, 10 years later in this journey, there is absolutely no way anyone can tell me that what I felt prior to what I feel now is wrong. Being healthy is amazing. It clears the mind, the body, the soul, and the body can do things now 10 years later that it couldn't do 10 years ago. So again, talking with people that think that, gyms and the lifestyle movement of being healthy is going away, I have to say you're dead wrong. Comment below. Tell me what you guys think. I really hope that this lady was wrong. I hope that isn't a trend towards people thinking that big is better. And that goes with anything. As always, people, thank you for listening. We appreciate your time. Follow us on all social media, like, comment, all that, at Ignite Your Purpose. This is what we do. We talk longevity through a healthy lifestyle. It is a mix of the mind, body, soul, that spiritual knowledge. We are the trifecta of longevity. This is what we do, peeps. See you tomorrow.